Hello, welcome to day 10 of our Write and Publish Your Bestseller on Amazon challenge. It's such a wonderful thing to have reached day 10. I'm excited and I'm thankful to God to have come thus far. So I will just shortly invite certain people to remind them that I'm online, and I believe they'll be joining us shortly. Okay, so if you're online, please join. I want to discuss how to grow your email list. So we're going to be having this free training right now on how to grow your email list, and in the evening we should be doing a video workshop. Okay. So thank you so much for joining, and today is another day with a lot of interesting information to help you write and publish your bestseller on Amazon. Okay, so let me just start with a recap of what we've learned so far. I believe that we are following, and each and every one of us in the group would really love to write and publish our books. For those that have already written their books, you intend to publish it. Okay, so a quick recap. In previous days we spoke about understanding the goal for which you're writing your book. The purpose is that you want to maybe you want to generate new leads for your business. You want to be known as an authority in your field. You want to grow your influence. You want passive income. Whatever the purpose for which you're writing your book, you need to be able to identify it. Okay, we spoke about the reasons why you should write your book, the myths pertaining to writing a book. Some people will look at it, am I an expert, or someone else has written on the topic, should I write? And the different excuses that prevent people from writing their book, and I showed you why you should be writing your book. We talked about how to get book ideas, doing market research, getting your target audience, knowing where they can be found online and offline, identifying your core message, the transformation you want people to get after reading your book. You want people's lives to be transformed. You want to be able to hear good news, people telling you thank you so much for that book. Your book has added so much value to me. So what's the core message? What's the goal for your readers? And we talked about your social media bio, how you can update the information there so that people can get to know about your book or your freebie, things like that. We talked about finding out in the Facebook groups, the online communities and platforms where your target audience are, what they think about your book idea. You adding value and trying to find out if it's something they'll be interested in. Okay, so we also looked at mind mapping, how to quickly write your book, how to let go of writer's block, how to determine your chapters, write your book quickly, how to get a launch team. We talked about how to write interesting and engaging topic content for your non-fiction book, how to set up how to let people get notified when you are on this project, so that by the time your book is out, they'll know that, oh, you have actually been doing something. We talked about how to write your book fast. We've dived into so many things on how to ensure that your bestseller is completed also this week. So today we're going to be going into how to write how to grow your email list. Yes. Yesterday we talked about readers magnets, the importance of having a readers magnet, and we said we're a readers magnet. You can attract people. You can let people join your email list. Remember, the number of people on your list, the number of readers, people that have read your book, would also determine how well known you are, sort of, and how people you can contact when your book is out, so that you'd be able to sell your book to them once your book is out. The people that tend to make the bestseller list time and again are usually people that already have a form of followership. Some people will tell you, some people call it building a platform, building your author's platform. They have a form of followership. So when they're about to launch their book, whether they're launching their book for free or they're launching their book for $99 or whatever the amount, one of these days I'll talk about pricing, how to choose pricing for your books and all. But it's because they have a followership. They have people that they can tell, hey, I'm about to launch my book. It's available at this discount. Come get it. Okay? And people would go get it. So, I've been able to talk about why you should grow your email list. The fact that it can enable you launch a bestseller. The fact that you need people to be able to buy your book, and the best way to communicate with them is if they are on your email list. Now, let me just mention the quick ways by which you could grow your list. Okay? Part of the ways by which you can grow your list includes starting with the people in your immediate circle. In short, the truth is that's one of the easiest ways to grow your email list. It might not be a very targeted list. This method is for you starting with your friends and families. Like, I have this friend, she blogs, and most times she'll say, oh, okay, I've just written about this blog, and she posts it to me and all that, because I'm one of her friends. Whether I find it interesting or not, she'll send it to me, and most likely I might send it to someone else. But that's not even the point. The point is her mom sent that information to me. So the truth is, when you have a freebie, you could start by telling people on your email, people that are around you, your family and friends, and say, oh, I have this particular free gift that I'm giving for people that blah 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 blah, as in your target audience. Do they mind helping you to share it? They could share it with their friends and families, and as they share it, it spreads. The network, as they share it with their network, more and more people get to know about that your opt-in page, and they are able to sign up on your opt-in page for your freebie. So, like I said, that my friend's mom sent me that information. So just imagine, we can imagine that like the mom is on a list, sort of. The mom is helping to share the information. So even if it's just like it was an opt-in page, although it's more like, okay, this is my blog post, read, or this is the latest video I've created, kindly watch it. Imagine if it's that, oh, it's a freebie. The way the mom shares it, people that love you, even if they don't find that information so interesting, the fact that they want to support you, they will help spread that information. So start with people you know. Another thing is, you could just ask them, oh, would you like to be on my email list? If they said, okay, what's it about? You just say, well, it's about so. What's your email address? So you ask them, what's your email address? Don't wonder too much whether they want to, if they'll really get it or not. Because like I said, if they're your friends and people around your circle of influence, the purpose of them being on your list is not necessarily that you might necessarily be buying from, they might be buying from you, although it's great from them to buy from you, but it's the fact that they can easily share your information out of love, out of the fact that they are connected with you and they want to support you. So that's one way to start. Another way, this second method I want to tell you, is for growing targeted list of your ideal customers. and that involves using things like promo days on online communities where you have your target audience to share your information. But the best way to achieve this is that you should have been adding value in that Facebook group, should have been adding value in the WhatsApp group. People should know you as someone that has been contributing, providing valuable information. So by the time you now say, oh, I have this freebie, are you interested? They'll be like, yeah, because they know they're going to get something of value from you. Okay, so that's if you've been adding value in the online communities where you have your target audience, your ideal customers, and you utilize the promo days, you would be able to get massive number of people on your email list, and those people will usually be people that consist of your ideal customers, especially if you do it in communities where your target audience are located. Okay, so I spoke about contributing on platforms where your target audience are, providing value, and you can utilize promo days. That could be one strategy. Another strategy could even be, it might not be a promo day, but you have added value, and you now say, oh, who would like to have this? Okay, this is how to have proper engagement on social media. And you now say, okay, this is maybe a list of questions or a list of strategies that I use to get engagement in my Facebook group. Would you be interested in having a copy of the questions I ask or things I say? And people can now say interested, yes, interested, even if it's not a promo day. But then you have to ensure that the online community where you're going to be posting that kind of information allows for that. There are certain Facebook groups that don't like you saying, oh, I have this thing, are you interested? Type interested if you're interested. Type yes, I'm in if you're interested. Some Facebook groups, they do not accept that. But for those that accept it, if you've been adding value in that community, whether Facebook group, where your ideal customers are, they'll be excited to say, yes, I want this thing from you. Okay, so another way by which you can grow your email list is maybe when you have your own podcast, or you are being invited to speak on somebody else's podcast, and towards the end you can actually share your freebie. So what some people do is that they create a particular freebie for their target audience. The freebie is usually related to something that they know the target audience would find valuable, especially maybe the book that you're writing. You would provide a reader's magnet that is related to that book. It's complementary. It's something that they will find desirable. It's something that they're willing to drop their email addresses for, so that maybe towards the end of the podcast you say, oh, if you would like to have so resource, I would love to give it to you, and that way they could sign up. Another one could be through messenger bots. A lot of people try to utilize this nowadays. I think someone like Emeka Nobis tends to use it a lot, in which it would say, oh, I have these free books for you, and click this link, and the link takes them to his messenger bot, and from his messenger bot it directs them to his landing page, and from the landing page they're able to put in their email addresses, and that way he has already gotten leads for his messenger bot. He has gotten leads for his email. He's been able to populate his email list also. So by utilizing your messenger bot to give them something, from your messenger bot, you now direct them to your landing page. Another way by which you can grow your email list, which really helps, is by using virtual summits. Okay, usually virtual summits is like a kind of workshop in which you have several people come to talk about a particular topic. It might be like 20 or more experts that have been. There's a central theme for that summit. It can be maybe online course creation, it can be productivity. Then you now have maybe it's broken down. If it's online course, we know we have the creation part, then we have the marketing part, we have the launching part of your market course. So they might now get different speakers who are experts in creating an online course, who are experts in launching an online course, who are experts in marketing an online course. And usually on the days they're supposed to speak, they have the opportunity to also give out a freebie. So that way, if you are on someone's virtual summit, maybe you've joined, you were invited to speak, or you even create your own virtual summit, you will tell people, okay, please sign up. If you're the one hosting it, you definitely say, oh, sign up. And because you have invited other speakers, those other speakers too would want their people on their email list to sign up for that event, because they'll say, oh, I'm speaking on so day, I'm talking about so matter, and here is the opt-in page, or here is the landing page for you to sign up for this virtual summit. Virtual summits are usually free. Most times it's free to attend, but they would say, oh, okay, the replay will only be available for 24 hours or 48 hours, 72 hours, whatever number of hours that they deem fit that they want it to be available for. And they will now say, if you like to have lifetime access, that means 20 years from now you still want to be able to access these videos, because of course they know that everybody will not be able to watch all the trainings immediately, or you might still want to refresh your memory later on. They will say, oh, you pay a certain amount of money. You can pay $97, $27, $147, whatever the amount of money that they want. And most times they sweeten the deal by adding bonuses. Well, that's by the way. So the major thing is, if you create your own virtual summit, you can grow your email list. Okay? And if you're on somebody else's virtual summit, they usually allow those people to, it's part of the incentives for letting people speak also. You say, okay, what do you have to offer our readers? So there's usually that freebie. So most times people are prepared, and you should be prepared in case someone allows you to speak on their platform, whether virtual summit or not. That's a very good way to capture new leads. You already have your opt-in page and your gift ready. And like, for example, yesterday I made an offer in the training of yesterday, because I discovered someone was asking a lot of questions about how to set up the landing page and so many other details about readers magnets. We spoke about readers magnets, and I said it's something that attracts readers to you, in which they're able to give you their email address in exchange for something valuable you want to give to them. And before the end of the training, I just looked at it that, okay, for those that would love us to set something up for them, you already have your domain name, your website, your WordPress site and hosting. If we're doing the welcome page and all that, it's for 30,000. But if you don't have a domain name, you don't have hosting, no WordPress site set up and all that, then we're doing it for a token of 40,000. And we said, okay, that offer is going to last on Friday. So that's supposed to help as many people as possible who are yet to set up. That's if they want it automated, looking professional and all that. Set up a landing page, also have an account with an email service provider, and they have like a welcome email, so that someone inputs their email address, they get a welcome email. They're also taken to a thank you page where they can download their freebie. Also on that thank you page, you can upsell. That's one of the ways people make money. They upsell on their thank you page. They might say, oh, okay, this thing usually goes for $97, but this is a one-time offer. I would love to sell it to you for $27. And a lot of people get crazy conversions that way. So usually on the thank you page, if you create a video, it's really helpful. Some people create a video and maybe a format like, oh, hi, Catherine Egwali. I've not really created my video. I need to actually do that, but it really helps. It's not compulsory, but it helps for conversion. When people can see you, they can connect, you're talking, and they can see you. There's the emotions. Okay, hi, Catherine Egwali here. Thank you for requesting for the freebie you just signed up for on the previous page. Okay, please ensure you check your email account inbox or spam folder within the next 5 minutes to confirm you've received our email. So that can be on the thank you page. And on the thank you page, people also use it, apart from upselling something. It's not compulsory you upsell, but if you upsell, it helps with greater conversion. Some people also introduce them to their communities and say, oh, okay, this is our community, sign up for this. Even their messenger bot, okay, click here so that we can always alert you whenever we have something valuable. Don't worry, we will not spam you. So that way, it's even another sequence. From your thank you page, people can sign up to your messenger bot, and that's another list. And also on the thank you page, some people use the opportunity to say, oh, thank you so much for joining, and they say, okay, please whitelist our email. They try to tell people to whitelist their email so that as often as possible as you send emails to that person, the person will always receive it in their inbox. Sometimes some people be like, oh, I've not received the email, but it actually went to spam. So some people use the thank you page as an opportunity to also say, kindly check your spam folder, because the email we sent to you would have been there. You also reiterate the benefits of whatever reasons why they signed up, or if it's that you are trying to, the next step is that you are trying to let them join your Facebook groups, or maybe share on social media, follow you on social media. You can add all those things. So just look at the thank you page as an opportunity for you to let the user connect with you more, whether on social media, or via Facebook Messenger bot, or any other means. Okay, so another one I'll talk about is joint ventures, which is a bit similar to the virtual summit. It might be that you want to launch a particular product. Okay, for example, I've had it happen a lot. Some of the people that I've gotten to know right now via email that I think are really wonderful are people that I got introduced to those people via the affiliates. The affiliate sent me an email saying, oh, so person has a free video, I think you should check it out. And that check it out is more of like a opt-in page, something similar to the create, build, sell that happened in the Nigerian space that most people were so excited about because it was kind of like new to them. It's like product launch. It's product launch is a methodology in which you like what Freshers did was that he partnered with influencers. We called that like joint ventures. So before that time, not too many people might have heard of Freshers NG before. Of course, some of them didn't really use email list. Some of them use maybe like their Facebook groups, something peculiar here in Nigeria, Facebook groups and all that. And they got introduced to him. It's not too many people used email lists like that to introduce to him. Maybe because it is like Nigeria, like Facebook groups and all that, you would get more people to have updates. It depends. But basically, the fact that you are partnering with someone, those that have not heard about you before, when that person introduces you to their audience, to their email list, and they're saying, oh, this person has a freebie, a free training, the people on that person's email list now will join your own email list by virtue of association. So if you're launching something, you're launching an online course, you're launching your ebook, you can contact some influencers. Of course, if you want to start contacting influencers, it should be such that you have already developed a rapport with them, you have developed a relationship with them, you have added value. It's now not at the last minute you now say, oh, I have this freebie, please kindly share it to your group. some might answer you, some might not really answer you. But if you've been adding value in the communities where they are, you know them and all that, most likely they might share that information with their email list, or they'll allow you post that information in their community. And from there, because you are allowed to post that information in that community, people will have access to that link to sign up for your freebie. So we have talked about joint ventures, we've talked about virtual summits, then websites. Okay, another way by which you could grow your email list is via your websites. Not too many of us optimize our website very well, but it's really important. If you observe, there are some sites that you go in which they will say, oh, okay, they talk about several things, or it might even be a series. Maybe week 1 they're talking about, or part 1 of 5, so part 2 of 5, part 3 of 5, and maybe towards the end you might see, oh, if you want a summary of all these things that we've been teaching on, just put in your email list. Some will say, oh, case study, put in your email list, or content upgrade. Oh, I've given you this information, but if you want maybe a more detailed document or ebook about this particular topic, even showcasing case studies and all that, kindly put in your email. So on your website, people can have opportunities to sign up. And now, what most people that have that are able to exponentially grow their email list do is that they don't just put it in one place. There are certain pages that are really converting when you want to grow your email list. Part of it is your home page. Part of it might be your About Us page, your resources page, and maybe even your Contact Us page. But the best way by which you can know is if you have integrated analytics on your site. Look at it. Where is the part that gets the most traffic for your website? For some people, it might be their About Us page. It can also be maybe their homepage. For almost everybody, it's their homepage, but for other people, it might be their resources page, their About Us page. So those pages, optimize it, because you receive a lot of traffic. Okay, so optimize those pages to receive emails. So thank you so much, Rosemary, Ajua, Favor, Modukwe. Thank you guys for hooking up and listening. I hope you're gaining value. Okay, if you have questions, just put them in the comments. I hope I should be able to see them, and I'll be able to attend to your questions. So I've spoken about the pages where you can put a means of accepting email addresses. I've spoken about the kind of things that's on your website. I've spoken about the kind of things you can offer that can help people put in their email address on your website. Now, another thing I want to talk about is sections on your website where you can receive email, and those sections can be like your header on top. It's always on top. That place is highly converting also, in which they say, oh, sign up for to receive document or ebook or free ebook or case study on top. Header parts, highly converting. Some people do in post, within their post, they will say, oh, related post or something, or full documents, and inside the post, some people find means of accepting emails. Or if you love things like this, subscribe for membership or something. Some people put it at the end of each post. That is also very helpful. And some people put it in the sidebar. That is also helpful, because like sidebar on WordPress sites, depending on how you have configured your site or created your site, it's such that it's consistent maybe for your blog pages. So it's always there, whatever you have already placed, as many times as they're reading your blog post, that call to action or your freebie is usually at the sidebar. So depending on how you have configured your website, that's also another option. Then the one that also highly converts is pop-ups. But pop-ups could be annoying, but it depends on how you use it. But for those that have used it and carried out experiments, they have discovered that pop-ups are really very effective in getting emails. And let me tell you, the type of pop-ups that are also very effective. Exit pop-ups, exit intent. That's like that kind of category that they call it, which means as the person is about to click close, you just see something come up and say, oh, would you like something? So the person would not quickly leave their website. Oh, would you like to get this information of how I got 1 million subscribers within 10 months? How I got 10 million people worth of traffic to my website within 1 year. And be like, this sounds interesting. Okay, I don't mind knowing. And the person now imputes their email address, even though the person intended on closing the page. So exit intent pop-ups, people find it quite effective. Or even if it's not exit intent, just normal pop-ups that come up, ensure that the pop-ups are not too distractive, they are not annoying or irritating. Let it not be that immediately the person is coming to your site, it's pop-up that is just coming up. No, it should be that maybe there are ways by which you can configure it. It depends on the tools and the resources you use. It could be that after 5 seconds, or when the person scrolls down. It depends on the tool. Some tools, the settings will be maybe at the end of the post, after the person has scrolled down a certain percentage of the page. Because that means the person has been engaging with your material. The person might not mind even knowing more. But you just go to a site, you're about to even read the headline and you're just seeing pop-up. You're like, excuse me? The person can just close the pop-up, close the site and say, what kind of irritating, annoying people are this with all this nonsense, irritating things? Okay? So you have that. Then you also have slide-ins. You might have seen it on some sites in which you have like a subscription form sliding, maybe from the right, from the left, at the bottom side. So those are the different ways by which on your website you can find ways of collecting emails. And please, when you're trying to tell people to give their emails, don't just say subscribe for updates, subscribe for newsletters. That's like old school. People used to do that before they knew better. Make it interesting. If someone says subscribe for updates and someone says, have this best-selling book that I'm giving away for free and it solves so problems, which one are you more likely to drop your email for? Okay. You can tell me the answer if you like in the comments. Most likely you're going to be dropping your email for the book that they tell you that is a best-selling book, but they want to give it for free and it's solving so problems. You will see the reason why you should drop your email. You'll be like, wow, it's valuable, best-selling. That means a lot of people think it's valuable enough for them to want to buy it or for them to want to download it for free, and man, you are not going to be paying for it, and it can solve so problem. But when you just say updates, when it's vague, you are not really likely to convert so much. Okay? Now, another way by which you can get people on your email list is if you organize seminars, especially if it's not even necessarily like online business, or maybe you're organizing workshops at the location at the entrance before people come in. You might have experienced it too, in which they will tell you, please kindly sign here, or your email or things. Or doing more and more things are going online now. So so that's seminars. Some people do it at the event locations in which they have people write their names, email, and things like that. But the online version will be, maybe you have something like Eventbrite, in which you post your workshop or your seminar there and people have to register. Okay, so that's like an alternative to the physical old school in quotes method. So they're registering, and as they're registering, the event planner will be able to have access to the emails of those that have registered. Now, another way by which you can grow your email list, if you use tools like Tidly or Link. Okay, I'm not sure I shared it in our Facebook group because I didn't think it was so related, but in a way it is. There was this video I created in which I shared on some groups, and I said it's a way to get increased conversions. Some of the people that have joined our Facebook group here is because they saw the information on another site. How does it work? There is this information that you think is of value to your target audience. You now use some certain tools or services. Some of the sites include like Silent Siphon. You can buy their plugin. That one is a self-hosted version. It's like a WordPress plugin that you buy, and when you integrate it on your site, you are able to share viral content such that you are able to add like your own advert. Okay. Okay, maybe I will put the video in our group. The way it works is, for example, I shared on 12 reasons why you should write your book. And before I shared it, that particular link, I used that link on a particular service like Sniply, snip.ly. There is the one called Tidly.link, in which you create an account with them. They have, I think they have, like Tidly has paid version, but you have like free trial. Some of them have like free version or paid version. And how it works is, once you create an account, because theirs is like the hosted version as against the Silent Siphon, which is a self-hosted version, you input your link, then you can now type a message. You can type a call to action and your own link. So like that link that I had for why you should write your book, I now put publishing on Amazon, join our 30-day challenge. That was like my own call to action. So it's such that when people, I was not able to generate another link which will take people to that original site. But it's such that when they are viewing the original site, they will also see something like an advert that contains my own information. Now, the one I spoke about had to do with maybe a call to action that they can click on. The call to action can take them directly to my landing page. But this service is even such that some of them allow you even accept email on that other person's site. So what am I trying to say? If you have viral content, information that you think will be of benefit to your target audience, ordinarily if you have shared it for free, they'll read it, they will enjoy it. But this one is that before you share it, you use that link to create another link. And the new link that you have created is such that you would have been able to add information about maybe your own business with a call to action, so that when they are viewing that information, they are also viewing your own advert or like a call to action, and it looks natural. So maybe if I put the video that I created in our Facebook group, you have a better understanding of what I'm saying. Or if you have seen some of the posts that I've shared on online course creation by Teachable or some other things like that. So it's really helpful. It converts well. Like I said, the call to action can take people to your landing page. For me, the call to action took people to the Facebook group. But you can either even accept email, depending on the plan you have subscribed for, accept email directly on that site. So you use it for authoritative sites, which will even make people be like, oh wow, ordinarily if you had paid for adverts on those sites, it would have cost maybe way more. Maybe CNN, Entrepreneur, Linda, KG, whatever it is that will be of value to your target audience. Okay, so by using those kind of tools, when you want to share viral posts or posts that will be of interest, you can get people's email addresses. Okay, another way could be through speaking engagements. Maybe someone invites you to speak. Maybe their WhatsApp group, their Facebook group, their church, wherever it is. You can say in the end, oh, okay, I have this free resource that I would love to give to you people, and you can access it on so website link. So that's why it's good for you to be prepared. If you don't have that setup and you would love for us to assist you, there is an offer for it. Maybe you want us to help you create your landing page and your freebie. And like I explained yesterday, it doesn't even have to be so complicated. Your freebie can be, you can do it manually. This is just if you want to see it a bit more professional, looking nice, and you could put it on Google Drive, on Dropbox and all, and the link is available. But it's such that after they now click on your landing page, a welcome email goes to them with the link to wherever it is that you have saved that information. And also on the thank you page, they also have the link to download it from, and you can upsell. Or if you don't want to upsell, it's an opportunity. Okay, it's still upselling. Whether you are selling a physical product, or you are trying to sell your Facebook group to them, or the fact that they should follow you on social media, or any other thing that you want to introduce them to, you can do that on the thank you page. So speaking engagements are very good. Someone tells you, oh, come and speak in my group, come and speak here, speak there. You could let them know, okay, I have this free resource I would love to share with your people that I think is relevant. Is that okay by you? They say yes. Great. You get to share it with their audience, and that way you get to grow your email list. So Facebook ads, and yeah, at the beginning, I know some of us didn't really start at the beginning. I spoke about starting with people that you know. There is the method you can use, even if you can't afford to do a professionally designed site. Even though we're giving huge discounts to assist as many people as possible get that done, and the offer ends on Friday. You can do the manual one. Just get paper, get biro. Okay, if you want this freebie, let me have it. Or maybe sites that you can't really post link, and they're saying I want, I'm interested. There's this personal touch. It can be a bit stressful, but yeah, it's kind of worth it, in which you now send each person a direct inbox message saying, oh, please let me have your email address. Then you can now send them the link. Let's say you have not created the pages and all that. You say, oh, let me have your email address, I can contact you further or something. So I can send you an email, and you can choose to send an email or not send an email. You can choose to send an email if it's convenient, or you can say, oh, I will send an email later on to give you further updates, but let me have your email. Then you now send them a link directly to the Dropbox. That's like a simpler version if you don't have the website ready, or it's not something you would love to invest in at the moment. I'm just trying to show you cost-effective ways. So with normal paper and biro, you ask people around you, or that's whether speaking engagement or not, or write Facebook inbox, collect their email in exchange of what you want to offer. Okay, like now, ideally, it's just that I didn't really create that much time. I've been a bit busy. I will try my best to do it for tonight. So ideally, when you're having workshops, free workshops, like I hope to create do a free workshop this evening, video tutorial. Please, is only going to be available for 24 hours. Try your best to watch it. Come online, watch it. After 24 hours, I'm pulling it down because it's part of the resources that I use for my coaching clients and all. But if you would love to have lifetime access to it, I might either provide the information on how to do that, or people can contact me directly. But it's going to be free for you to watch it. I'm going to let the replay be available for 24 hours. That's my desire, in which you will see how to maybe create an account with an email service provider, how to set up like a simple landing page, and how to collect email address, how to set your welcome email so that it automatically goes, so that if you want to do it by yourself, perhaps you'll be able to do it by yourself. Okay, so that's speaking engagement. The Facebook ad, and okay, speaking engagement, we talked about the old school one, biro and paper. At least I'm sure it works, doesn't it? It's to collect it's just to ensure that you have access to their emails and say, okay, I want to give you this, can I please have your email address, and so that I can send you further updates, especially, or so that I could send you an email with the details. That's one way of getting it done. Another way is through Facebook ads. You could create Facebook ads that will take people to your landing page, and with Facebook ads you can also create very targeted you can get targeted people on your email list, because with Facebook ads, if you already know your ideal customers and all that, in your targeting, you can choose interest. Maybe people that so age, whether male or female people. Okay, let me just give an illustration. For example, maybe you want to target people that are into relationships, because I know Mrs. Osiri is going to be writing a book about relationship. So perhaps the Facebook ad, the target can be, maybe those that are between 26 to 30 or to 40, that are single, that have graduated. Maybe because you are trying to talk about relationship, and those that are like 26, they'll begin to look at it, my clock time is ticking, and they are more likely to make mistakes and say, man, I need to get married, or I need to get married to anybody. And your book is how not to marry an idiot, how not to be desperate. Don't think that you're getting old, because those are like getting to 30, 35, it's almost like, man, I need to get married. Maybe they don't even have enough time to observe who they want to get married to. So all those things, you can target it and say, so age, female, that are single, maybe that have a college degree, or even have masters. You can do detailed targeting, because even those that have masters will probably be a bit more desperate, or PhD, because people have been telling them that those that have higher degrees, maybe people have been telling them that, if you are highly schooled, it's going to be very difficult for you to get married. I hope we all get the point. So you can do highly targeted ads, and people with certain interests, and Facebook will ensure that those people get to see those ads. Now, sharing of then webinars. Like I spoke about the workshop that I'm about to create, that ideally the best thing for me to do, I will try my best. God helping me. Best thing for me to have done is to have created a landing page. But instead of wasting time, I just tell people, this is the location where we're going to be having the training, because I try to utilize promo days on certain groups where I know my target audience are, and saying, how to grow your email list, even if you're just starting out, maybe video workshop or so time, or audio training. Ideally, the best thing would have been me providing my landing page. So as many people that want to access that information will first of all hit my landing page, where they get to opt in to say, yes, I would love to sign up. And from there, after they sign up, maybe there might be a thank you page. It's ideal. It's not compulsory for there to be a thank you page, but it's very appropriate and ideal. And say, this is the place where it's going to take place. Click here to join where it's going to take place, or this is your link, if it's by Zoom or by so webinars or workshops. That way you could let people sign up. Another way could be through challenge. Like now, I created this challenge, but for most people, what I just did was, this is the website, this is the venue, and the venue will take them to the link of this Facebook group. But ideally, if I'd done the extra work, what I would have done is to create a landing page where people can sign up for the challenge. And that way, I get to receive their email addresses. It will now tell them in the thank you page or the next page, tell them that, it's going to be taking place in so community. Maybe a video, like I told you, video helps. Converting is not compulsory. And say, our challenge will be taking place in this community. So please ensure you join this community. And sometimes people even say, we would also like to be sending you updates. We won't spam you, but click on this message bot, or click on this link so that you can be alerted often, regularly, whenever the next days information comes up, like the way I'm manually doing invites and all that. I could have automated it if I know that okay, consistently I can come up by 12 noon and all that with the messenger. But for people that join a particular list, they can be alerted. I could have scheduled it and said okay, at so time people on this list for my messenger, but kindly alert them that I'm about to go live, so they get alerted and you're able to automate it. Okay, so another way is through traditional media, radio, TV, and all. For example, there was a time I had opportunity to go on radio. I could have said, oh, okay, this is the freebie I had. And as many people that are listening to you on radio, whether via online radio or their normal old school radio, they will have access to that link and they will be able to join your email list. And that's a wide group of people, because maybe you have just spoken about a particular topic and they look at it, wow, this person is an expert, I would love to learn more. Like there's a strategy that Emeka Nobi said he would start doing, in which he discovered that people were always still asking him questions pertaining to what he said. So he now looked at it that anytime he goes on radio, he will try, or even before he goes on radio, he will do a summary of it. And at the end, he can say, maybe what we talked about last week, I'm not even so sure, maybe last week or this week. You can get it by checking out this link, and that link will take them to his messenger bot, and maybe from his messenger bot to his blog, or if he wants to do it, to a landing page before they get to his blog. So it depends on the sequence. But I hope we see the message. Of course, people will look at it, what you talked about last week, I don't mind having it. He says, I've done a concise summary, so that he doesn't have to start talking about it all over again. Or even today's zone, for those of you that missed part of the early, well, thank God this training is such that people can listen to replay. But for radio, it might not be so easy for people to listen to replay, except the radio station replays it. So we say, okay, maybe if you like to have a summary of today's stuff, you can access it by social link, or by blog. And it could be that they will first of all have to opt in to something, or maybe his messenger bot before they get to his blog, or even if it's just directly to his blog, it's getting traffic. But in relation to what we are talking about today, if they get to a landing page first before they get to his blog, then that way he has increased his email subscribers. You can also do something similar, when you're going on TV, maybe interview on TV or adverts, or if it's that you are even putting an advert in the newspaper. Okay, so all these are strategies you can apply. And remember, when you're trying to give someone something for free, it's likely to convert more than when you are asking someone to pay. Like yesterday's training, in which I taught about permanently free books, whether on Amazon or otherwise, you are more likely to get people to download that book if that book is for free. And from there, depending on how you have done your strategy, you'll be able to make money. So sometimes the fact that people are making money from writing a book, the money doesn't necessarily come from the book, sales of the book. The money comes from other businesses that they have gotten by virtue of that book, that they have integrated by virtue of that book, that they can upsell by virtue of that book, that they can do other businesses that they can do by virtue of the book that they have written. So you have to think strategically. Okay, so another way is going live. If you're going live on your profile, if you have your Facebook, one step at a time. Another way is going live. If you are going live on your profile page, most likely they'll be alerted. Facebook will alert people, this person has gone live. Sometimes people just, let me just see what this person is talking about. And if you're sharing valuable content, it's such that towards the end you can say, a summary of what I have just said, or I have so freebie that maybe is related to what you have just spoken. Or maybe you're talking about WordPress and how to choose colors, and you now say, I have a document, or maybe how to get quality images that copyright free, or that can be used commercially for free without paying, and say, okay, I will just give you this link where you can download a checklist, or maybe not a checklist, like a document that contains 200 sites where you can get free images, high quality stock images for free to use for your site and for your audio media purposes. People would want to download it, because if you're talking, probably we would not have mentioned all the 200, but maybe you were talking about it and a lot of people were asking questions related to it, and be like, okay, this won't be valuable, and you already have the resource. At the end, you can share your link to your opt-in page, and people will be able to opt in. So that's for going live. Another one would be having your own Facebook page. Okay? So having your Facebook page, there is a place where you can ask people questions. Where you get to ask people questions, you use that to be able to have an idea of common questions. The number one challenge, it depends on how you ask your question anyway, but if you strategically ask your question, okay, what's your number one challenge with so what's the number one issue that you have with something, what would you like us to address? When you see something a lot of people keep asking or talking about, then you look at, okay, maybe I should create a content related to that. So your freebie can come out as by virtue of asking those questions. Okay? And if part of what you want to do is, that's not the ideal way, but of course, if you can use paper and biro to get people's email addresses, you can even use this question part to say, oh, what's your email address? Would you love to get so freebie? Number one. Number two, okay, what's your email address? It's rather old school, but it works. I'm sure you will look at it and it will work. So if you have your Facebook group, you can also use that question part to say, if you know you would love to get so freebie, kindly put your email address. And if they answer that question, before you accept to allow them enter your Facebook group, then you'll be able to receive that person's email address. Then we have what we call viral giveaways, in which you can give away a freebie. Okay? And you can tell people to share. In short, there's so many ideas. I would not really want to bore you people, but I definitely want to add a lot of value. I think we've been talking for almost an hour. Okay, hi, sorry for that interruption. Okay, I'm just beginning to see your comments. Fantastic. Okay, I can see Rosemary said listening. Messenger Ajua said messenger bots are good for growing your list. Said I like the summit part, and Favor said awesome. Okay, fantastic. Now viral giveaways, in which you tell them that, okay, share it with so people as many times as possible, you enter and all that. You also have what we call it's a form of giveaway, but in which you are partnering with other people. Okay, some people do it. Like there is this guy I really like. His name is Mark Guberti. I've gotten to know a lot of high profile people, connect with them via email through him, because he is an affiliate for them, but basically he himself is a teenager. I think he's going to be 20 soon, and he adds a lot of value. He has about like 500,000 combined followers on social media and all that, so his emails make sense basically. So if you're adding value, people will want to keep reading your emails. But that's even the point I wanted to go to. There was a time he shared about some books that people wanted to give away for free. So you can partner, you can have maybe a freebie you want to give, and you partner with other people maybe within your genre that are writing things similar to your genre, or people that are providing complementary resources or things together, and now say, oh, okay, people can opt in to have all this bundle of resources. Like there was a time that I shared an information, and I think Emeka Nobis also shared it, since I gave him the information too, in which people could get access to over $2,000 worth of freebies for people that were interested in speaking or writing and all that. The freebies were made up of several people that had maybe their own online courses and things, some costing $497, $297, but that they were going to provide a coupon in which people could get it for free within a period of time. So it was like a free giveaway, and it was even like a viral giveaway in which you could invite as many people as possible, and in the end you win something apart from all the freebies that they've given us on that page by just putting in our email addresses. So you can partner with other people to do a giveaway. You can also do like a viral giveaway in which people you encourage people to, as many times as you share, they get a particular benefit. So if they know that they can share as often as possible, and of course they opt to put in their email address before they have access to that resource, then they would love to put in their email address, and as many times as often as they share, your information or your freebie will get more people get to know about it. Because if someone is sharing something 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 12 midnight and all that on social media, different people will see it at different points in time, and more people will get to see that giveaway, and they will most likely sign up. So that's about the viral giveaway one. I also spoke about the giveaway in which you are partnering with other people, maybe in your niche or complementary niche, and you're giving out value. I have spoken about challenges, and another one could be social media bio. I hope I'm not overloading you guys with information, and I hope you're gaining value. I would need to round up soon, so that thank you so much for staying on. I've spent almost like an hour now. Okay, so another one is social media bio, maybe Instagram or something, in which because you can even use Facebook, but I think Facebook, the number of words are not so much like that. You might want to be able to talk about who you are and what you do. So, but if you want to use that as a way by which people can get a freebie, you can even, so maybe I help not fat people, I help big people lose weight, or I help you tone your skin, get free ebook, and you now use maybe a URL shortener like Bitly or something to shorten the URL of the page where your freebie is, and you put it in your bio. Okay, so whether Facebook, Instagram, any of these other social media, you can utilize that. And lastly, the last one I will just mention, so that you still gain value, is using your business cards. I know some people that utilize that, in which the link to their freebies and their business card. And it really makes sense, because when you give out your business card, as many people that look at it and they see a link and they feel, oh, get this free online course or relationship, or on how to get the love of your life, or your soulmate if it's in terms of relationship, or how to do so and so, then most likely they'll sign up, and you don't know where your business card could go. You might be in this country today, you give out your business card, you travel to another country, give out your business card, and your business card sweeps around or goes, or even give your family and loved ones and friends and say, okay, anyone that is into give this person your business card, my business card. So that's another fantastic way. So we have shared over 10 ways and strategies by which you can increase your email list. I think I will stop here for now, and I've been able to talk about the important pages on your site that you can use to accept email, and how to optimize them, how to quickly increase the number of visitors that sign up for your email list on your site by putting it in as many places as possible. I've told you also how to quickly sign up, get people to sign up for your email list, the old school method, pen and paper, just asking people around you, or even via the inbox, people that have already indicated maybe on your post saying, oh yes, interested. If it's on your Facebook page, by using messenger bots and automation, you can automatically send them the link. But if it's in a Facebook group that you're not in control of, a Facebook group generally, you would have to manually contact some of those people. So I believe you would have gotten value, and thank you so much for listening. Once again, all things being equal, there should be the workshop available tonight showing you how to sign up for an email service provider like MailerLite, how to integrate it on your site, how to send a welcome email. I'll probably make it something simple so that you get the drift, you get the information. If you want to set it up by yourself, that'll be fantastic. I hope you get value from the video workshop. If you would love us to set it up for you, there's an offer of 40,000 naira. That's, I don't do websites at that cost, plus auto-responder setup and all that, and partnering with someone. We don't do that, but the offer just came up like in an impromptu way yesterday when I was doing the training, and I discovered that someone was asking a lot of questions, and I felt, okay, well, in order to help people, if someone would like to prefer to outsource that task, with domain name and hosting, 40,000. You already have your domain name, you already have your hosting, and you already have a WordPress website, then that will go for 30,000 naira, and that will offer ends on Friday. Please, after Friday, if you're interested, kindly do not come and contact me. If you want to contact me, then we'll probably have to do a proper analysis, and most likely it's going to be costing from 200,000. But otherwise, you could always do it by yourself, or maybe you could give it to somebody else that you know will be able to do it for you, or just go old school, start with what you have, use paper and paper and biro, okay? But by all means, get started, get your email list growing, and go succeed. I'm looking forward to seeing that everybody is writing and publishing their bestseller, and we are going to achieve it within these 30 days. That's why I'm giving out all these tips and strategies and all, and in short, these resources are making them available for free till the end of the 30-day challenge, after which they'll be locked up in a vault. But in the meantime, I want as many people as possible to have access to this knowledge, so that they write and publish their book on Amazon and use their book as a stepping stone to growing their business, to transforming their lives, to adding value, or to achieving whatever goal they want to achieve. Okay, so all the best. Thank you so much for listening in. I love you, and I'm rooting for you and I'm looking forward to you publishing your book, and we all celebrating that you are now a best-selling author. Okay, cheers, have a wonderful day, see you later on. Ensure you come on board for tomorrow's training and even tonight's training, all things being equal. Cheers. Bye.